Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back here on the Mk1 TT project. See, I'm getting set up for another install here. And it's going to be this high pressure fuel pump, Deatschwerk, the DW65V. Let me show you why. Ever since I had this car, it's like it usually doesn't start on the first try, and it'll just turn over and turn over. See that? And then I'll turn it off like that, turn back on, it usually starts right up. And then usually for the rest of the day after driving it, I mean, it starts up on the first try all day, but usually the first start of the day, it doesn't want to start right up. So it's losing like fuel pressure or something. So I think the fuel pump's been going out. Could be something else too, I don't know, but I've pretty much changed and checked everything else, changed the filter and all that. But I'm going stage 3 anyway, so I was like, I was gonna upgrade the fuel pump anyway. So let's get ready to install this. Go ahead, take this out. So it lives under the back seat here. That came out pretty easy. Take this cover off. And there's actually 2 pumps in this car because because this car is a Quattro. The drivetrain axle runs up here, so that it has to do, the fuel tank has to do like that. So they have another pump to pump it over to the main pump over here, so it keeps fuel. Yeah, this is dirty, so let me clean this off real quick and I'm gonna come right back. All right, this ain't the best camera angle, but the little pod, the little tripod that I have is the best I can do for now. So push down on that, pull this tab up, and then pull back. Should come off. And these lines might have some pressure in it because I started the car, so let's see. That one doesn't. That one did a little bit, barely. All right, next thing, you just got to get something to turn this. You just get like a flathead. It should just be coming off. This thing cross-threaded or what? Hold on one second, let me see what's going on, because I don't want to use up all the camera time. It finally loosened up right after. Just had to give it a few more hits. You can see some marks on here where there's like 2 marks on there. There's another white mark right there. You can see somebody been in there before. And luckily, I waited until the car was saying I was on E. So let me see. There's a line right there. Gotta undo. wasn't filming, this stuff would be coming right apart. There goes one, and I think this is the level sensor. So that and that. That down there, I don't know if you can see it right there. Let me turn the light on. That right there was on the side of it, and it has a hose coming from the other pump, I guess, and that's what was keeping it from coming all the way out. But this is it right here, so let's drain this out, take it inside, and then we'll take it apart and start putting the other pump in. Might have to loosen these screws like that. Sorry if the camera angle's bad, y'all. I've done pumps before. This is my first time doing a TT pump. Oh yeah, it looks like the back has a tab too. So this whole thing might have to come off. These are torque screws, but I'm just using a small Phillips to get in there. Small flathead, actually. Just going through all this because I don't want to mess around and break the housing. Yep, the back has a clip on it. But there it is. And look, the little ring stayed in, but that's probably because I had it sideways. And the pump itself, I got to get both of these lines off. The electrical connector. The flathead is good for this. And these has these right here, and I don't have the snap rings, so I might just end up using some regular hose clamps for these. I know the new pump, this is bigger, so I'm probably gonna have to put some heat on this to shrink it down some, but you'll see when I get to that. So let me get this off and I'm gonna come right back. Just so I'm not wasting up camera space. All right, you guys, pretty much got it apart, but had to use this heat gun because you have to get this off of the this housing, and then this one too off of the pump. So I had to heat that up enough to where it got a little pliable, and I was able to like pull it off of the pump, because you don't want to mess this one up, because this one's getting reused. But this one, it was so tight, I had to put one of these in there to get it off. You could probably heat it up more and be able to pull it off, but that's how I did. But you're not, like I said, I'm not reusing this one anyway. So this is the one they sent with it, and it's a lot bigger. Not sure why. I don't know if this is a supply, so I don't know if they made this wider because it's pumping more fuel. That's probably it. But it's way bigger than this, so I'm gonna have to heat that up and get a good clamp for it to hold on to. And then on this side, I had to take this is what I had to take out of here. This has to come out too, and this is gonna have to go into the other side, because that's where the little snap thing inside the fuel pump grabs onto, is this right here. And the other thing is, this actually had a real small O-ring on it. So luckily I had some. This is the one that came off, and I put one of these on, but it was a little bit bigger, so I was able to get one of these smaller ones that's actually smaller than that over it. But being that they're so small, when they stretch out, it fit perfect. So just something for you guys to be aware of. But like I said, they sent it with these clamps, and I don't have a snap ring clamp. I might go see if I can get one right quick. But usually when I do these, I just go buy some clamps. So I'm gonna have to get some smaller ones of these. I'm gonna have to go check on that. And then one other thing, the screen on the bottom, you can see how dirty that is. So what I'm gonna do is take this outside and just spray through it and clean it out. Clean out this whole housing with some carb spray. But let me go get some clamps, and I'll get right back with you guys. All right, you guys, I'm back. I had to call Deatschwerk because I don't know if you remember, I was talking about taking this piece off. This doesn't actually have to be removed. It's actually reused, because I got confused because this part is short. So I thought maybe this went there, because you see this other line is real long. But they actually meant to replace this line with this one. But you can see this one is a lot shorter. So if I use this one, I might have a problem getting this back into the tank, because there's another piece that I have to connect to this when I get back into the tank. And it's real important. So just remember this right here, because there's a piece that goes on there and it hooks, and it's actually like a level siphon from the other pump on the other side of the tank. So that's when the car is like moving, so the level of the gas in either side is going to move. So what that does is it lets it siphon fuel from the other side, or from this side to go to the other side, like when you're in a turn or something, so it doesn't starve for fuel. So that's real important. So but anyway, I talked to them and I asked them about it, because I looked up the instructions, but the instructions for the all-wheel drive, they aren't all that clear, and they don't really say nothing about this or reusing this. So I did talk to the guy, and I think they might revise it. But he said, yeah, you can either reuse this one or this one. Because before, I think they used to use a rubber hose, but because of E85 and all that, they started using this. It's probably just cheaper for them to supply the kids with this. So you can either use this or not. I'm gonna stick with the original, because it's, you know, it's in good condition, and this will work with E85. So I reinstalled this, and I used the clamps that were supplied. You just have to get some of these, they're called end nipper pliers, and you just put it on there and you squeeze it. And what I did was, before I put this on, I heated this up a little bit with the heat gun just to get it a little bit soft. So when I squeeze this, it would like compress and get a good seal. So that's what I did. And then, of course, there's that, oh, you can't see it because I have it in there, but the O-ring goes on top like that. And then I put a little bit of this lube that they supplied around it. And that's just so, you know, when you're putting this together, that the ring stays seated, doesn't move. It's really more important on the bottom. And matter of fact, let me show you how this goes in. This one just goes in like that. I'm hoping I got the camera angle right. I can't see where you guys are at, so. But this just goes in the middle like that. This one is real important that you get it right, because I don't know if you can see that, but there's a port right there. And a lot of people who install these, they install them wrong. Because there's this notch right here, some people install it like that, and it ends up covering this notch, and then their pumps end up messing up. And that's why this pump usually gets a bad rap, because people install them wrong. But this ring actually goes just right here on the top of that. And you can see it goes like that. So it's not covering that. So what I'm gonna do is, because this has to seat down in there correctly, I'm gonna put a little bit of the lube on it. What did I do? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna put a little bit of lube on the inside of the ring, and this is just so it slides right in and doesn't move, so it stays seated correctly. Like I said, that's also a place where people have problems with these pumps, is installing them wrong. I've even seen some where people install these and later on they take it out and it's cracked because they didn't seat it correct. They kind of forced it in. And then you just put some of this around the outside. Hope you guys can see that. And that's that. All right, now for putting this in, of course, you're just gonna line the housing up. But see this right here? This right here needs to line up with that little hole in there. All right. And just be careful guiding it in. And then you just want to, you could kind of see in the bottom there, you probably want to have it like a headlight or something on. And you could just watch it to see if it seats correctly. And then you might have to turn it a little bit. And I can actually see it. There it is, snapped in. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's in there. Solid. Yeah, so make sure that you get that piece in the bottom, because it's real important, because that's also a siphon feed right from the bottom where this takes in fuel. And then we just gotta plug these two back up. And these are pretty easy because one is bigger than the other. And just be careful with this, because this is your level, so you don't want to bend it or nothing. So let me put this back on, and then we'll go out to the car. Put this back together. So you're just gonna put these screws back in, of course. Just kind of get them started by hand. You want to make sure that these don't cross thread either, because you could crack the housing. forgot this takes. See this little Craftsman. It has all these built in. I think it actually has the size of the. Yeah, it does. Does it say the size? Looks like they're a T20. Be careful because those wires are under that. And you don't got to over tighten these. Like I said, you do, you could crack the housing. All right, y'all, let's take this outside so we can reinstall it. All right, you guys, got everything back. I forgot to put this on. You really should leave this on there when you assemble it. I was able to get this over. I just had to stretch it a little bit to get it over, but you can. I cleaned it too. But this is that piece I was talking about that goes on the side of the pump. It just kind of slots in. You can see it has those two little hooks on the side, and they go right there. So it sticks in here. Then you just push it down, it hooks on those two sides right there. But let me get the camera set up on the tripod and we'll start installing this. All right, no, this ain't the best angle, but this is the best that I can get with this camera. Hopefully you guys can see. It's gonna be installing all this. It's going to be hard to get that one piece in. It's touchy. Oh man, that's going to be tough to get that piece. I'm gonna stop the film right quick because that's gonna take forever to get, because I barely have room to get in there. You guys can't see it anyway. But I'm gonna try to get that one piece on, and everything else just hooks back up. That one wire in the back clamps to that, and then this, and then I'll be right back. All right, y'all, got it in there. It actually wasn't as hard as I thought. What I did was I laid the pump down there on its side. Then you just grab that part, slip it into the notch, make sure the top and the bottoms are lined up so it'll hook, then just push it down, and that was it. Then you just gotta hook this electrical connection back up from the pump to this, and then this one coming from the pump to that line, and that's it. Let me set the tripod back up and we'll get this back together. I missed some of it there. I thought I was filming, but basically I got everything back together. I don't know if I filmed that part yet, but you know, basically the electrical connection, that this spring needs to line up with the body of that. Then this needs to go in there so it slides up and down. And this ring needs to go in here. There's a notch around the tank. There's a little notch around the tank. You just want to make sure that that ring is seated correctly. Let's see, coming back out. there. Yeah, that was it. The ring needs to be on the tank first, because the little notches won't go past, and it just goes right on. All right, then we put our ring back on. I went and got another ring actually, because the first one looks like it was bending. Yeah, this first one we had the marks on it. You can see it's kind of deformed a little bit or something, because it was hard to come out. So I just went and got another one. Didn't take any chances. Get in a few different places. Make sure this is seated good so we have a good seal. Man, you might want to take the passenger seat out to do this. It's like you're in a real awkward position to do all this. That one there. That one there. Wipe some of this residue off. Plug back on, make sure it clips in. All right, we can start it. Jump back in the car. Yeah, I heard it prime just now when I turned the key on. Do it like a few times. Start it up. There we go. I think we're good, y'all. Sounds real good. But anyway, all right, y'all, I think I'm gonna cut the video here. It's installed, everything seems good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully this helped somebody out. The little tips that were in here. I know it's a long video. I'm gonna try to edit it where it's shorter and then go from there. But leave a like, comment, subscribe. I got some more installs coming up. I think you guys are gonna like the next one. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.